Hello everyone. Welcome to PSGL PS Season 33. We're here for F7 Round 8 and we are in Mexico City, home of the likes of Sergio Perez. Hopefully we will have a good race today. I'm your main commentator back again. Is joined alongside me. It is Omi. Finally back to full time with him. Don't know where he's gone. Can't tell if he's muted or not. So if he is here, he'll probably say hello. I don't think he is though. I at least can't hear him. But anyway, here in Mexico City, qualifying has already started. Drivers are getting on to their first lap. So Wesley is the first one out. He is starting his lap now. And as he goes around his lap, I will pull up the track stats. Autodromo Tomagas in Mexico City, 4.304 kilometers, 2.674 miles of 36 laps around here tonight, with 17 corners, 7 to the left and 10 to the right, with the lap record being set by Valtteri Bottas, set in 2018 with a 1:18.741. He infamously crashed down in the final corner as well back in 2019 on the left hand side, breaking the barrier and causing, I'm pretty sure it was Max Verstappen, to lose his pole lap because he didn't slow enough under the double yellows. C4 through to C2 tyre compounds with a 20.5 second pit loss time. I have messaged on me. I don't exactly know where he is. But anyway, Wesley winding off his first flying lap now. It has been a valid one in these inter conditions to start the session. Not too sure if it'll get dry later on, but it's a 1:28.203 to set the first lap here, and I think it is going to be Max. Second driver round goes 1.6 seconds quicker. Apparently Omi is here and I just can't hear him. .25.6 set by Daniels. That's 1.03 already ahead of Max. So these times will come quicker towards the end of the session if it stays into condition. I think I can hear you, Naomi. Pretty sure you just either unmuted or muted your mic.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Right, that's good then.
No clue what that was. Seemed like an issue from your side though.
Yep.
Not too
well,
sure.
Okay, I think I just didn't unmute, or like I clicked it, but then it just didn't work. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, because I only started to hear you after you unmuted that time around. So must have just been misclick. But anyway, into qualifying, who is next to start a lap? I think they're going to be going for double or triple laps as the track will start to ramp up. You see Daniel, he's already 2.7 tenths up on this lap. And this is his second lap consecutively. He goes even faster by 3 tenths of a second into the 25.3s. He's the only driver in the 25s at the moment. The next closest is 9 tenths behind.
Yeah, we might be getting obviously. Well, okay, well it does depend on the weather. Like, is it going to be getting better? If it gets better, then we're going to get improvements right till the last second. But it does really depend on what the weather's doing.
True, you never know. Also, I will point out, Enla Rudy, that is Seb Lafleur. Pretty sure he won last time out in China?
Yep.
If I remember correctly. Saw the messages in chat afterwards. Fortunately, I could not be there. Also, would like to point out there were no incidents reported last week.
Yeah, and it was a bit surprising, but still, I think.
Guessing that you were there last week. I know you had some issues. Don't think stream got to stay up until the very end.
Actually, it did stay up till the end of the race, but like, so just as I was ending it, it just decided to
Crashed.
end it itself. Yeah, it just decided to end it itself, which did save me some time, but
Fair enough.
I didn't get. But I just about said goodbye in time, like just about.
Fair enough. Who is currently on laps? Looks like VRT Noel is running off. Seems like his first one. And he's up to the line, goes into the 25s. He's now almost 5 tenths behind Daniel, but he is the second one into the 25s. To say that Agent also goes there. We're 25.5. But anyway, I will pull up the driver standings. Actually, I won't use those pictures because for some reason I can't zoom into them, so I'm gonna have to go back to Discord and hope it won't lag.
Yep, Rudy just also improving to 5th position as well.
Well, anyway, your driver standings after they went to China last week. VRT Mike leading the way in the Alpine by currently 6 points, being able to keep the lead of the championship ahead of Nord, who's on 48, 6 points behind, and it's Daniel on 45, it's Luno on 38, and then Compa sitting in P5 on 36. So, not that many points between the top 5, as well as that AlphaTauri leading the way with Nord and Tego on 74 points, that's Compa and Tonsa on 64, Xenon and Max and Mercedes with 62, Luno and Oesi on 58 for Red Bull and Alpine. They are me and Man having 54 points, leading the championship. Weiser only has 2, which is letting that team down slightly.
Yep, Daniel improving his time as well to a 1 minute 25.132.
Yeah.
So he just seems ahead of the rest so far in this session.
You never know just about yet who's going to go to the top of the standings after this race.
Yep, Nord also to 9th position as well. He actually had a bit of a slide coming out of the final corner here, so he's struggling a tiny bit to keep it in straight line, but he just about did. And I believe there was an improvement there by Joe's to 2nd currently.
That would be up to 2nd for him. The only man not set lap at the moment is, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Which one? Who are we talking about?
QRT man down last at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Can we go back to his previous name? Because I know how to pronounce that one.
Comfort also to 2nd now, getting a bit closer to Daniel there. Still almost a 10, but
improved by 9 tenths on that lap.
Yep.
I might want to just go ask how to pronounce his name quickly. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think we want to be butchering names this whole stream. So, better to ask now in qualifying. Just trying to see as well who's finding some time. Fusion is actually finding some time now, as he now comes to the end of the lap. And you go into the stadium section, very open part of the track this, but obviously you got to stick to, well, obviously the track and the racing line might be open, but it's a bit more helpful so you don't find the wall. Joe's goes fastest to wall. What can Fusion do? Goes to 4th. So 3 tenths off currently Joe's, who just improved to the top. I think we're going to be getting a lot of improvements in this session right till the end. So it's going to be a really exciting one due to the rain obviously hitting. And, well, who else is finding some time? Let's currently take a look. Noel's about to begin a lap. And pretty much. We also have an improvement there. Who was it? I momentarily saw, but I think might have been Luno. Let's see what he actually does though as he comes over the line. He still has though the final part of the lap to go, and it can go wrong as Bottas proved through the final part of the lap. So you got to get it done, and especially in the wet, it can be a bit more treacherous because in the dry, it's not too much of a struggle. Well, you might be able. See Luna cutting corners to quickly get back there to change tires for the final moment. It doesn't look like we'll be going on slicks because so I don't know what, but because the rain still is falling in the pit lane at least, but on the circuit it does look like it's falling as well. We aren't getting near dries currently, so I don't think we'll see any slicks. Maybe someone risks it, like for example someone right at the bottom, but other than that I think we'll be staying on the inters. But obviously we might be getting improvements on the inters.
I am back now. We can pronounce it as Matteo. Just ask
That makes
them.
it easy.
Yeah, makes it so much easier. For us at least. It is a French name, I'm pretty sure. But the English version is Matteo, so it's okay. Who is that improving there? That would be Rudy, also known as Silver Flare, up to P2 only. What is that? 36 thousandths off? It is. Off Cutie Joe's, I might add.
Yeah, Mike over the line to 5th as well.
As Bram has now been able to join the session. He is one of the newest reserves of F7, signing up during the mid-season, being able to be here for the last 4 rounds, I think it is. And we are at now. It is the last 4 rounds. But no, he has been able to join since, if I remember correctly, it was Ryan who would have been in that second McLaren next to Moustache, yet he has some pedal issues, so he couldn't be here. So Bram is in, he will be taking that second McLaren seat.
Yeah, and obviously we have now. Well, we're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see most drivers now pushing on their fast laps now because we're getting to the end. Daniel, it is very close between the top 3 inside 1 second, so Daniel is going to try and return back to the top of the table. He is currently by just over a tenth up through the first part of the lap.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find someone who is on a lap. Tonsa isn't. I think Compa wasn't as well because his battery was 100% full. He is on a lap though now. Daniel winding through sector 2 just towards the end of it, but he's invalidated his lap. He was up by a tenth of a second. Who is next? That looks like Mike across the line, but he was on a cooldown lap, so he's going to be going again. How long is left in the session? I think I saw, what, 2 minutes there? 2 minutes 16 left, yeah. So everyone going to be getting a new set of inters on and trying to get the best lap out of these cars.
Yeah, Zenon almost losing it. Let's see as he comes over the line now. Goes to 15th. Lost a bit of time there through the last corner as he almost lost it. It's catching quite a few drivers out, I have to say, in the rain.
Nod, the current P2 man in the standings, not having the greatest of qualifyings, was doing 14/8, I think, in practice, but then to find out it's raining, I don't think he's had much practice for it.
I mean, like, okay, well, I don't think many drivers would practice at all for the rain. It will all be about the dry. Like,
Compler.
As Compra, wow.
That is 7 tenths ahead of Cutie Joe's now, as I say that. His teammate is up in the P2. Just under 4 tenths off. currently sitting as a Ferrari 1-2. Can anyone beat that? Mike running off his lap. He's 4 tenths up in the second sector. Can he improve? He goes into P2. 7.5 tenths improved. We're fast as sector 3 as well, as I might add. Joe's it was a 10th up. He's 3 seconds down though. I think that was an Alfa Romeo. That would have been of Noel, the reserve driver, crossing a line. I think Bram was the one behind him. Yes, he was. But who is actually
Fusion
on a lap now? Yeah, Fusion up to 4th, 6 tenths improved. Who was behind him? I think that might have been Nathan, if I'm right. It was Nathan. He was 7 seconds down though. But who is on their flying laps now is the real question. Matteo has set a 140 apparently, but I think it must have been valid. Someone just improved there. Yeah, it was Nick. 24.8. His teammate, who was on top for most of the session, has now fallen all the way down to 8th. Checker flag has fallen. Tigo is not able to set another lap. Moustache is not either. He was in the pit lane. As well as Compra Tonsa, who can improve. It seems like Matteo has invalidated his lap. That is qualifying over for him. Mike can't improve either. He was 2.2 down, but he's also invalidated his lap. That is qualifying ended for him. He's starting a maximum P2. Where is Joe's going to be? He was 2 tenths up. And to come across the line, where is it going to be? It's going to be P5, almost 3 tenths, as Noel, into P2 as a reserve driver, is not bad at all, as Bram, for his first session, spinning across the line. Not the best start of the PSGL season. But across the line for Nathan as well, stays in P14, down by 10 thousandths of a second, or 100ths, depending on what you want to say, as Luno, up into P3.
Yeah, Nick was wide through the last part of the lap as well, so he's lost time with that, but can he still find an improvement here, as he's about to make his way to the line? Let's see.
Nick
no, he can't.
Can
so that
Daniel
mistake cost him.
Into P2 for Daniel, and I think Owesi has also just crossed the line. We're waiting for Agent's car to go back into his garage, but it is Compra on pole position.
Yep, Compra getting the job done, and he needed to. Daniel, who's looked strong throughout this session, will start P2. Noel obviously in P3. Luna P4, Mike P5 will confirm the rest for you of the order for you in a second when it all comes up. But a very interesting session which went right down till the end.
Yeah, Compra retiring as well before the checker flag had fallen, mind you.
Yeah, he got it done pretty early, but across the rest of the field, it was still very tight.
124.319 from Compra, the finishman in that Ferrari on pole position. Can you give him a nickname of Iceman as Kimi Räikkönen? Daniel in P2, and it's Noel P3, Luno P4, and it's Mike Tonsa, Fusion, Joes, Nick and Owesi running out your top 10, and it's Rudy, Zenon, Max, Agent, Tigo, Nathan, Nod, Moustache, Bram, and Matteo. But the question is, can Nod come back and keep in this championship battle?
Yeah, he's really having a tough time, we have to say, so hopefully he's still in this and hopefully he can recover, because it seems like, well, Compra now, who's been losing some points throughout the last few races, losing a bit of touch, but obviously now he's going to be having a big opportunity. But obviously those were wet conditions. It can be a completely different story in the dry, so, and in the wet it was still close. Obviously no one was able to put in a very late last second lap to beat Compra, but still. It was tight, and we're about to get our weather, and it looks sunny for now.
Sunny, but apparently it's meant to be dry to full wet.
Well, then we're going to be in for a very weather-changing race, because we're going to go most likely from dry to into to wet. Some drivers might just stay out on the dries, which might be a bit risky, but for the second race in a row, we are going to have some wet involved.
Depends when the rain starts to come down.
Yeah.
But before we do get into this, something I've forgotten to do for the past, I don't know how long. Um, I have actually remembered to do it this time. GT Omega, our main title sponsor here in PSGL. You can use code PSGL at the checkout. You can get 5% off your order. Well, it's chairs, rigs, whatever you want to get from them. But code PSGL will get you at least, I think it is 5% off. But anyway, we'll go to the grid now. And we'll see what the tires everyone is on, but we'll go to 1 light, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Red lights are on, and it is pedal in the middle. We go racing here in Mexico. Go, go, go. Has Compo got the good start over Daniel alongside him, getting ahead at the start. It looks like Noel is actually going to be the one to take it down in towards turn 1, using all that slipstream from behind. The man in P3 should be getting the best advantage, but it is Daniel in towards turn 1 we head. Can he keep the lead? No, he can't. No, he's taking it back on the inside of turn 2, now taking it ahead for turn 3 is Daniel spun round. I don't know who that was by, but it's Carnage at the back, who is making up positions. It looks like Mike is up 3 already. Can Fusion get ahead of Compo in towards turn 4 we head now? Still side by side with him. I think it's 3 wide there for a second at least. Luno as well, not even making up any position. Sorry, he's down 1 as Tonsa has kept in P6 at the moment. Look at Agent though, he is up 6.
Yeah, no doing a Max Verstappen. Yeah, no doing a Verstappen around the outside as well. But that's exactly what Noel wanted. He currently has the lead by 1.7 seconds. And Mike currently in 2nd position, exactly what he needs. But Compra from pole all the way down to 3rd.
Look at Rudy and Max. They're trying to get ahead of Agent at the moment, but it doesn't seem possible. The 3 AlphaTauri teammates swapping down at the back. With Nord under pressure from Mustache, so I think there was a couple battles down at the hairpin there in sector 3, the stadium section. Seems like Daniel has fallen all the way down to P18. Has he got any damage? He's coming into the pit lane, which means and on that car there was no M plate.
Yeah, definitely not what he needed. As we have some battling down into 1.
Yeah, Luno ahead of Fusion, and Watonsa is trying to get ahead of Agent again, losing that place. But look at Nick, he's trying to stay ahead of Max, but who's fallen down to P10 after Rudy's overtaken him. But looks like Joe and Nathan swapping as well down at the back. Rudy sending one back on the inside of Max, trying to keep ahead with, look, Mateo going the outside though. Has he made it work? Yes, he has.
Great stuff by Mateo as well, but no checking out currently while the others keep scrapping away as well, and it doesn't look like anyone's making a move yet, but if they can get a good exit, and then they might try one down this little mini street, I like to call it.
Yeah, might be a mini street, but there is DOS there from exit of turn 11. Well, it's not even exit turn 11, it's actually turn 10 if you want to be precise on it. And no, wait, 2.6 seconds. Everyone battling behind will be giving him this. DOS has now also been enabled. You need to remember, it is a double detection zone from the main straight and off exit of turn 3 where we are now. So if you're not in that 1 second, you're going to be losing massively.
Yeah, so you need to be in it, and also if you're getting overtaken, the car ahead has a big chance of just pulling away from you, because, obviously they can make the move down the main straight and then just pull away down the second one, and that does help cars just pull outside the 1 second. If they use a bit of ERS, they can just stretch clear around, they can just stretch clear outside the 1 second and then just get away.
One lap 3, and the first penalty has been picked up by Mateo. So it's unlucky for him. He has made up 10 positions from the start. As Mike still sitting in P2, he's going to be
really
losing.
Running a tiny bit. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, So Rudy was a tiny bit wide. He's wide once again, but Matteo obviously really pushing on because he obviously is on the soft tires. The only driver on the softs, so he is trying to make a charge. And remember, these are kind of the crucial moments for his soft tires. Obviously, he'll be faster at this stage, but they will fade away very quickly. So he needs to make the overtakes now, and Joe's might make a one on Max down towards turn number 1.
Speaking of softs, he is the only man on softs. Everyone else is now hard unless your name is Luno or Joe's, or you're the 3 at the back, as they all pit 2 laps to go. I think they had damage though, which is why all 3 of them pit. And unfortunately, for AlphaTauri at least, it was a double stack, which is why Nord has lost so much time to Daniel. Look at Comp, he is closing in at 2.7 seconds. 40% EOS compared to around, well, they're around the same. Just Mike has about a 5% advantage on the EOS levels, but down in towards turn 12 and of sector 2, he's not closing in enough. Nathan also getting himself a time penalty.
Yeah, he's going to try set up the move all the way down the straight, but he is a tiny bit far back, I have to say, so he needs to be careful that Luno isn't pressuring, and Luno with those mediums will have the advantage and he will get better exit. But let's see as we go on to the straight, and we do have a move there by Nick and Rudy. They're battling to the last corner, and this one's going to continue all the way down towards 1. Matteo's also going to get involved.
Yeah, Rudy was trying to go on the outside of turn 17, couldn't make that one stick though, he's just stuck behind in the DRS, but he's going to go down the inside of turn 1. Will he be able to make it stick? It looks like for now, he's ahead, still needs to make the move, around the outside of turn 2, then take through turn 3, while Agent and Tonsa ahead are fighting, trying to go for a switchback was Agent, but look at Matteo. Go, he is up in the P8 getting past both of them in that battle. Well, I think someone spun at the back. That is unfortunately Juventus Racing Nord. Spun down at turn 16. He's back underway again though.
Yeah, Rudy tried to fight back, but he couldn't, and well, it was kind of that case where both cars just like went wide and just like so got out of shape, and then Matteo just well, got past. Easily done by him. So great stuff.
Yeah.
Moving up to 8.
Pretty sure Zenon just got past the Wessie there as well. Through the S's. Not normally a place you want to overtake, because then you lose the DRS down the main straight. But it does work sometimes if you take the right line and you have the right setup on. But look towards the front, Compa is going forward. It's going to be 3 wide towards turn 1. Can Luno try to go on the outside? Both of them he can. Has he taken the inside line perfectly? Yes, he has. And he's ahead, making a double move with the DRS. Both of them are going to have DRS down towards turn 4 as well, meaning Mike loses out massively. And he's not even using the DRS to keep up. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, they all continue battling to the inside. Looks Joe's late on the brakes. Can he get past Max? They're going to go wheel to wheel, but Joe's just getting his elbows out, which meant, oh, he's tapped him round, and round goes Joe's.
Like on wings, spinning him round, and he is down to currently P15. While Nick and Nathan go side by side through these S's. I think Nick going off a little bit too much there. As well as that, the battle is continuing down this little straight. Can Nick get back ahead? Doesn't seem like he can just yet. But we'll look down the field as well. Who is fighting? No one else at the moment, at least going for moves. Or Daniel.
Yeah, Matteo very close to his teammate as well, but running a bit wide might give an opportunity to Rudy down this straight as well. But there's so much battles here, so a lot going on.
Yeah, look at Compa go again. He's trying to get past Luno this time and keep that position. He's down the inside. Hasn't made it work. And he hasn't. He's trying to go on the outside. Turn 2 has not made it work. Need to remember that Luno's on mediums compared to Compa and the hards, but he's still going around the outside, taking the inside line for turn 5. Can he hold it? Then take the inside for turn 6. It looks like a double left-hander, which it basically is. Unless you're thinking of something like Turkey, turn 8, where you've got 4 apexes.
Yeah, Compra does finally get ahead. Luno having a bit of a snap on the rear, but here we go then. And they will have DRS down, obviously, this mini straight, but then obviously they will have it all the way down the main straight, and obviously the second straight. Doesn't matter if he gets ahead of Compra by, okay, well, before turn 1, but he'll still have it all the way on the second straight due to one detection zone here. For this straight, obviously. Oh, Compra's out of shape. I mean, that's just gonna completely let Luno through.
Is he through already? No, he's not. They're side by side on the main straight. Who is going to be ahead? It looks like Luno will. He has the DRS. Can Mike get back through as well? He's going to go for the double. Can he get it down the inside of turn 1? Or is Luno going to be too fast on those mediums? Not just yet. But he's just going to sit behind, at least for now. Luno jumping that curb a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah,
as we say that,
he's obviously
Nick,
trying to get out of the corner.
Nick is ahead of Zenon again. He's making his way back up through the field. Daniel's going to be on a charge as well after qualifying high, just to be taken out by Spin. He is currently gaining on Tego as well, I might add. Down in towards turn 1 and 2 they
Most
had.
officers had a moment.
Yeah.
You might have had a bit of an off-wide moment maybe.
Not too sure what that was. But can Daniel go for the overtaking towards turn 4 they had? Is he going to go for it? He is. Down the inside of Tego. Yeah, the Aston Martin is back ahead. Seems like the battle for P1 the constructors, I'd say.
Yeah.
But they're down in P12, P18, P19 and P20 respectively.
Yeah, no point, but I guess just for pride if they want to battle it out in this case. But it could be for points later on if we do get any safety cars or... okay, with how this race is going, with how much like overtaking we get, like at one point we will get some kind of contact, and Joe's is in, but we're going to get some... at some point we are going to get some contact and maybe a safety car, so anything is still possible. And obviously, rain might be getting involved in this. Yeah,
true. Is that why many people have gone for the hoods? Trying to stretch it to the rain, if there is any coming at least. Joe's has retired it in the pit lane though. Not too sure what has happened there. Maybe he has a problem with the wheel or something. I think he is on a wheel anyway. That would seem really bad if he's actually on a controller, if it's like that.
Yep, Joe's is out. First retirement of the race as well.
Yeah. But no safety car will be caused by that. But look at Rudy through the S's. It looks like he's got a good exit out of turn 11. Can he make a move in towards 12? In towards that stadium section as well. Famously known for its podium celebrations to be taking place there. With most circuits having it right over the pit lane. Unless it is... I'm pretty sure there's 3 that don't have it over the pit lane. I'm trying to remember which 3 it is. It's Mexico, it's Monza, and there's one more.
Yeah, here comes Max. You'll see he literally followed the slipstream, and we had Matteo trying to brake. He's going to fight this though through the first few corners, but the inside line belongs to the Mercedes. He's going to get the place. But obviously Matteo now will not get DRS. Max will to kind of pull away, so it'll be hard for Matteo to fight back. He's using DRS though. He's still gaining, and we're going to see Max going defensive. Can Matteo go for the send? No. Max actually goes defensive, which kind of puts him in a tighter line, which might help Matteo get on the power earlier. Might try and challenge, but it's hard now obviously because now you're just going to be stuck behind until the next few straights. But he can't obviously now re-overtake on this occasion. No, he's lost the car. He's round. And it doesn't look like he's got damage though. So no damage. I think you might have gone AFK, but he doesn't have any damage looks like. He did lose it. Almost hitting the wall. But just about keeping out of it. Oh, and we have Oresi now dropping down as well. He's at a moment and he's lost his front wing though. So Oresi losing his front wing. And not what he wanted, so he's going to have to pit this lap basically. But he only has a few more meters to go until he gets to the pit lane. But here we go, we have so much battles. Agent trying to break the slipstream. What about Mike? He's gaining, he'll have to go for a late send from here. Couldn't go for it there, I am back, sorry about that. Was trying to figure out what the other one is. It is Monaco. Having it opposite the pit lane. Yeah, the two McLaren switching positions. Matteo's out.
Mateo.
as well.
Mateo in the
That's in
pit
the pit
lane.
lane. Yep.
Wesley is also there getting his front wing changed after a spin. I'm pretty sure I got on board just about by the time I think his rear end just slightly left. But who else is battling at the moment? But look out in front. 4.9 seconds. If he improves anymore, he's going to be a little bit too quick, I think, for the rest of the grid. But you need to remember, Leno is on those mediums, meaning he'll need a pit in a couple of laps.
Yeah, so, but obviously the drivers have a bit more of an idea about what the weather is going to do. Like hoping next game that we get a bit more of a weather forecast idea. Like for example, it just pops up for us, but obviously, well, I'm just hoping for that. But
What has happened
let's see,
there?
obviously.
Sorry about that.
Have you had a moment?
I was about to ask what has happened there, then realise it is Mateo's car going back on the track, and Mateo on the exit of turn 3.
Yeah.
Would wonder why it's not gone straight on at turn 1 though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Wesley picking up a time penalty at the back. Not too much action at the moment, but as you see, Mike, he is closing in. Can he close in just about enough to go for an overtake? Maybe on the next straight. No matter if Luno pits this lap or not, Mike is within DRS range and he'll get it for both straights. Meaning, Compler gains no advantage.
Yeah, but Luna stays out, so Mike's gonna have to go for the move. He's using ERS, he's following the slipstream, and he's gonna have a chance to use a bit more ERS if he's gonna challenge. This is only the real close battle currently on the racetrack. He's gaining, but he won't, unless he goes for a send. Will he go for it? Thinks about it, but obviously all drivers do that to kind of hope that obviously the car ahead thinks that I'm going to go for it, so he may need to leave a bit of space to the inside, which invites obviously the car behind back, but Luna not making that mistake and just keeping it pretty much on the racing line and keeping the place.
We've got a DRS train from P5 down to P8 at the moment, so...
Whoa, Rudy! He's hit the back off Fusion there, but not majorly, but almost. Might have been a tiny bit of like a tiny bit, like just a tiny bit of contact maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, four-way fight between them can really stay within that DRS range at the moment. He's close, but he's not close enough, I think. No, he has got it this time. No, he hasn't. Never mind, I take that back. I think it was just 7 thousandths over what he needed to get the DRS. Has he got it this time? Yes, he has. So he might be able to pull Agent back into this battle. If they battle too much more, if they go wheel to wheel a little bit too much, Max could be getting himself into this DRS train as well, making a 5-way fight. Then you never know. Bring Nathan in. If Nick closes up enough as well, could bring himself in.
Yeah, so even though we might not have a lot of real to it, it's calmed down since obviously the early stages, but well, there's still a lot to happen though in this race, so really looking forward to everything which is still yet to play out. Rain obviously lying around in the air as well, getting a tiny bit darker from where we started. In I guess more sunny conditions, but now obviously getting a bit more darker, heading towards the rain.
Yeah, towards the end of Sector 2 and Sector 3 it looks very dark. Well, it opens up a little bit more towards Sector 3, but through Sector 2 at least, it looks very dark. Yes, you've got that shadow, but it's still a lot darker than you really want it to be, at least.
Yep,
Someone is that is Agent.
We might
who's crashed on the exit. That is a full safety car out. And the thing is, they'll all still be stuck under the Delta because that has already passed it.
Yep. So another lap until they close up, but we have some cars now coming in and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, but you know one.
Oh,
You know
Inters
one.
for Rudy.
Oh. By any chance, are they pulling off what I did? I won't mention.
Wow.
I won't mention
Yeah.
exactly. But have you got a rough
But-
idea?
Hold on, have I just seen a spot of rain, or is that just me now getting a bit...
No, that is you losing your mind.
I am losing my mind now, because, I don't know, he's making me think that he's losing his mind, so I'm not losing my mind.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's right or it's wrong until, well, give it 2 or so laps and we can see. Tigo is also in. He is on to the Inters. Nod is on to the softs. So I don't think the rain is that far out, but I don't think it's raining just yet. But do you know who it helps like massively in this?
And Tigo also going for the Inters, yeah, go ahead.
Tigo, OSE, Nod and Dan,
Yeah, it does.
as well as Mustache. The ones that all have damage.
Yep. Also for Nord, okay, so Nord is thinking a bit different to, for example, Rudy. He's gone for the soft, so he thinks that we're just gonna have a very quick little sit on the soft and then we'll jump to the Inters. So,
Front five
very
in,
different strategy calls.
6
Nord
even.
is, yeah, they're going on the Inters.
Yeah, rain is coming. But when
Yeah,
is it
rain's
going to be
coming.
here? But how long until it actually is here is the better question. Where does Bram come out on all of this? He hasn't pit yet. Is this a smarter option to stay out under the safety car?
Well, okay, well, probably when the safety car maybe ends, it might still be a bit dry, so he just basically needs to just go foot to the floor, stretch clear of everyone, and just try to go fast as he can, and then come in, obviously, when it enters. And I'm, also, by the way, I'm definitely not going to question, Rudy at all, because last time out, in China, people in live chat were all questioning him on his strategy, but no, don't worry, he won.
Yeah.
And he needed strategy. And it was a strategy decision that made him win. So, obviously that was a wet, it was a race that also had some wet conditions and a very changing race where we went from starting dry, then inters, then wets, and then back over to dries. So, it was a very good race, and I think Mexico is kind of, a similar one to that.
Yeah.
But obviously we're gonna have rain right till the end.
Yep. Well, Evan in chat, former Juventus racing engineer and manager, has gone to Outplayed Racing. He's very lucky. Yes, he is. Yes, he is indeed, and he's switched back onto the Inters. Went onto the softs. Was it a misclick? Because
Yeah.
or is he thinking the rain is coming sooner? Rain is starting to fall already. So I think when you said the rain was starting to fall, you might have actually seen a couple drops. But Luno, he is going to lose out massively now. Anyone who hasn't pit is going to lose out massively.
Yeah, also Daniel, he's also on 15 lap old medium as well, so well, okay, I think personally the better decision would be now just to pit, like even if you're gonna drop to the bottom, you're gonna lose so much time now. The rain's already starting to fall, and even if it's not when we go green, it might just be in the first few corners of the restart or when we get towards the end of the lap. So it might just be a better call. The rain is already starting to fall. But obviously the drivers can win you the race, as you found out earlier on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was last week, but still.
Yeah.
One call that everyone thinks is wrong could, not on purpose at least, turn out to be right. Yeah. So, for people who think going on Inters early could be the wrong call, we've now found out it isn't. Okay, track is not fully time for the Inters yet, but to give it 2 laps or so, at least on a safety car, because you have more time spent not having to go at full pace as for both OSC and Nod to catch up now. The only two left to catch up should be in on lap 18 now though, as I think Daniel's come in. Yes, he has. Nick, his teammate, has stayed out. He still thinks mediums are the right call, while Bram, the only driver to not have pitted at least once yet, has stayed out on those hards since the very beginning. And if I'm right, where did he qualify? P19. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it? Who was last? Mateo.
Oh.
Mateo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Bram got a lap in at the very end, and it was faster than like that 1:43 I think that Mateo set. It wasn't the best lap from him. I think he had a spin on it, but the question is, does Noel regain his advantage back? Or will someone like Mike be able to get into the battle for P1 now?
Well, obviously they do have another car in the middle, and well, okay, Mike hasn't been able to get close for race, but that was once again, I'll say, the dries. Now we see the safety cars coming in this lap, but well, now it's the inters. Anything's possible. His goal will definitely be to get close to Noel. It'll be harder because the DRS will be disabled, obviously. I'm unsure if it's been disabled yet, but it might be soon. But it's going to be a very interesting restart. Noel will lead us away, though. And luckily for him, that he will have Bram in the middle. But how quickly will the cars behind be able to get past the McLaren?
If we get to lap 21 and DRS is not enabled by then, it will be completely disabled as Noel is gone now. He almost loses that rear end off the exit of the final corner, but look at Mike. He's already going to be able to get past Bram. That track is getting a bit too wet for the tyres, especially being the coldest tyres here. I think there was a yellow flag at the back somewhere, but Mike in towards turn 1. Can he get ahead of Bram? The McLaren reserve, I think he goes a little bit too deep. Yes, he does.
Yeah,
he's
right
off the circuit and has got himself a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting and gaining an advantage over the car behind. I don't think it has to go to the stewards later on. He's already been given a penalty for it. So Mike is now going to have to pick up the pieces, and if he wants to try to get past, as Daniel and Oesi side by side down in towards turn 4, and Oesi still on those softs, I might add. Look up at front though, Fusion losing out, Bram losing out massively now. He's lost out to Rudy as well. He's down to P7. He's about to lose out some more as Fusion is up in a P4. What happened to Compra there? He's on the inters, yeah, but he's losing out massively. Not too sure what's happening there.
Might have been a mistake. Oh, Bram's blocking Max and he's round.
Spun around. Can he get back going again? I think that call for him to stay out on hard was the complete wrong one. But it's 2.8 the gap now. Can Noel stretch it out ahead of his Victor's Racing teammate? We'll remember this. Noel is the reserve.
Compra's in the wall. Compra's in the wall.
What's happened to Compra?
Oh, it looks like he's found the wall. He's coming in now.
Coming into the pit lane. Looks like no visible damage. Is that full retirement?
Might be, but he did lose the car into the wall. I don't know if he got damage from it though.
Well, he's not changing the front wing or anything. He's just pitting for a new set of winters. I'm not too sure what that was about. I think he meant to go for it, but I think Zenon's got a double overtake on both Daniel and Luno. Can Daniel stay ahead of Luno through turn 4? Yes, he can, for now at least. Look,
so...
Moustache.
Yep, so... okay, well, it was that scenario where Luno and Daniel were just, like, battling away. Zenon found the gap, and he got the move done, and... it was getting feisty between them two. Well, they were banging wheels quite a bit, so... Yeah, and Zenon says thank you very much to move up into 8th. He does have a tiny bit of a gap to close now to Tigo, and currently Mike isn't able to stay close with Noel. He's checked out currently, 3.1. He's going to do exactly what he did in the dries. But currently Tunetank isn't able to. He is inside the 1 second, which obviously doesn't matter. But he's just he's not as close. Rudy though is a bit close to Fusion, and Daniel a bit close to Xenon as well. So obviously overtaking can be a bit harder now due to no DRS. But I think they're still gonna. I think we're gonna see more moves now on the brakes, and the drivers have to deploy some of their ERS.
Speaking of DRS, I did say before the safety car restart, if it's not enabled on lap 21, it won't be enabled at all. It hasn't been enabled. So that is DRS disabled for at least the time of the inters and the rain. Will it get drier towards the end of the session, or will it get even heavier? Yeah, can it get even heavier and bring out the full wet tyres?
Yeah, so
Bram
is out
has retired in the pit lane. I was going to say something about the penalties. P11 to P16 all having at least a 3 second. Daniel and Xenon both have, while Rudy and Tigo, the final two, they have penalties. So it's currently sitting at 6 out of 16 drivers are penalty free. Not the greatest thing to happen. You want to be penalty free, but sometimes with track limits, especially with it being Mexico and through sector 2, they are pretty bad. But look at Really go, he's ahead of Fusion. He was almost going to go for another move, but you need to remember that McLaren, the AI car of Bram, is in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
Is ghosting off?
I'm unsure actually about that.
Do you mind checking that one? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just quickly check that.
You can go into the settings and check that. I don't want to do it because stream will see that as well. But I'm pretty sure ghosting is
ghosting's
off.
on.
Oh,
it's on.
Ghosting is on?
Yeah.
It didn't look like that car was ghosted. I know it's meant to be at least.
Yeah.
So that's not the greatest.
Yeah, because it isn't good at all, because you could have seen any of these drivers just smash into the back, and that would have been their race over.
Yeah, like you've seen in the past, some drivers crashing into the back of safety car because it gets a bit too close to where you want to put your car for the corner. But Tonsa, sitting in P3 at the moment, penalty free, so he will keep this podium if he can make it to the end like this. But Noel has completely checked out.
Yeah, Noel doing exactly what he did in the dry. He doesn't want to be involved in any battles. Soon as he went 3 wide at 1, got the move done around the outside, he's checked out fully, and no one's been able to get close to him at all. And well, it does depend if it dries up or gets wetter. I think that's the only way the race can get away from him. Other than that, he's having a brilliant race, and everything's going right.
For now, at least. Hopefully, towards the end, it can stay like this. 13 laps left to go. How many of these laps has he led? Was it every single one so far?
I believe so, because obviously he led through turn 2 on the opening lap here. He got the lead around the outside, doing a Verstappen kind of move, late on the brakes, and then.
Yeah, because I don't remember Compa getting back past or Daniel in that matter, because without contact, Daniel got spun. Yeah.
He was already clear of everyone, actually.
Yeah, I think it was because of that spin from Daniel, he was able to check out quicker. And apparently, I keep getting disconnected from the YouTube chat.
Ah.
But every time...
Yeah.
It's so weird. Every time I reconnect, it shows at least 10 more comments on the screen. Makes no sense. Because I know for a fact there was not 36 in chat.
Yeah. Daniel getting past Max. as Nord and Nathan go dueling.
Yeah, seems like Norda's getting ahead. He is trying to make his way up into the points again. As I say that, Luno picking up a time penalty. What's the penalties looking like at the moment? Currently, it is P9 to P16 with at least a 3-second rush. Your name is Nathan, and you have a 6-second, and then it is Rudy, Tigo, and Daniel, all three. As I've just reconnected the chat, apparently I have 64 messages. I think I should go into my other account because I think it's just this one just messing up. Xenon picking up another 3-second time penalty. He's the second man on 6 seconds. It's not a three-way fight for the final podium spots, though.
Yeah, it does. It does really seem like though that it is obviously. I think like Tunetank will be hoping that is a mistake by Mike. He just needs to keep the pressure on because with no DRS, it is a tiny bit more harder if you don't use ERS. So and obviously if he wants to get the move done, he'll just have to dump it all and then he'll be right down to single digit. So it's really it's much more harder in the rain, and you kind of got to hope that that Mike makes a mistake and then he's able to at least get close. So or you need to be very close coming out of the final corner, turn number 17, to make the move. But it does seem like that obviously you can't do it from as far back with no DRS, and obviously we don't have DRS in these wet conditions.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we saw in qualifying, a lot of mistakes can happen by the drivers. So I think Tunetank just needs to keep the pressure on, but he's lost out a tiny bit. Rudy now 7 tenths behind, now just under 7 tenths. So it is close. He just keeps getting inside and then outside the 1 second. But wheel to wheel there, Tigo is going to try and make the move on Fusion. He's going to get past before they get into turn number 1. So the AlphaTauri driver is ahead, and we might also get a move here by Nathan. Nord is going to try and fight back. Nord, who got past earlier on, but he's lost out on this occasion.
Yeah. I will point out, P11 to P14 having 6 seconds, Compo having 9 seconds. He's into the pit lane again, as for a front wing change.
Yeah, unsure if he's gonna retire, but he might just
Seems
continue.
like he's not.
With. Yeah, but he might as well just want to continue with, because there is still a lot to happen in this race. Daniel having to hang on to the car there, almost losing it, going through the S section, and now all the way. He's trying to get close to Fusion. He's also got a penalty there as well. 3 seconds for track limits. Just cutting the white lines there.
He's up to 6 seconds now.
Yeah, Fusion a bit all over the road. It might give Daniel a run down the straight, but he needs to get the power down, does Daniel, and use a bit of ERS here.
He is going to go for it down into woods, turn one we head. Has he gone ahead? Yes, he has.
Yeah, can Fusion fight into the braking? No, he can't. Daniel just getting the move done, pulling alongside and then just going back onto the racing line ahead. Luno and Xenon though are fighting it through the first few corners. Xenon getting through, but